Hi guys, how is this stitching? My name is Tatiana and this is my Flosstube number 15, approximately. And here I share my excitement about cross stitch and other crafts, numerous crafts I do as traditional Ukrainian stitching, sewing, crocheting, and other crafts. So it's been a little bit of time since my last update. I was super busy with a lot of things. I feel like I'm almost at the end of triathlon. I don't know how this marathon can be called because 2 weeks ago reconstruction at my house started, and for the whole week it was noisy, dust. Oh. Then it was 2 days of cleaning after this reconstruction, which is not a joke. Then last week it was a fun but still very busy time that I participated in student exchange for veteran students. It was a lot of fun. So we had a lot of practical lessons outside with a little bit of driving from where I live. So it also was a very busy week. And this week is the first week in school, back in school in the second semester of my studying of veterinary medicine here in Italy. So I didn't have enough time. Is it ever enough time to stitch? But I still have a lot to share because of it. It's been like a month since my last update. First that I wanted to show you is my fully finished. If you watched my previous 2 videos, I made 2 kind of tutorials. First one is how to finish in a drum, and look at this cutie. So I stitched this pattern maybe a year or 2 ago. It's a freebie by the Drawn Thread. You will find. By the way, if you are for the first time on my channel, welcome. I always list all the designs that I mentioned. I list in description down below. So if you're interested, please feel free to get enabled. This is a free design, a very quick stitch. I really liked it. And in my video, I shared step by step how you can do this decorative edge connecting stitches. This one is cross stitched. So you do 1 cross on each side and on like zigzag pattern, and this way you get your sides together. And on the top I used Chernihivska, which is like a little cute worm. I haven't found the English equivalent. Even my viewers were trying with to come up with an English equivalent for this. But I didn't think we found like the one that was a stitch. We call it little cute worm in Ukraine, and we use it to connect our embroidered shirt, our Vyshyvanka. Yeah, so it's very prim, it's not even striped. But it's cute. I like it. I like it, and it's been for a couple of weeks on my table, and now it's already hidden away. Because thanks God we passed winter. Today is February 29th, last day of winter, and I'm very excited about that fact. I'm ready for the spring. My next fully finish was I also have a video. I will link it down below. This jewelry box that I found in a thrift shop. So it was in rough shape. Not only I finished my stitching in it, but I also shared my quite a long journey of how I refinish the whole jewelry box to make it mine. So this pattern, I promised I share this pattern with you, but I don't know how much I can share. So this is also free chart by Ukrainian designers. Stitches. They're on Instagram. I also will link them down below. And this one particularly is called Haytarma, which from Crimean Tatarian translates as coming back. And this is to remember a very tragic tragic history that happened during Soviet times in Ukraine and Crimea. Right after the Second World War, all Crimean Tatarians who are people of Crimea, they were deported in a very terrible way. So after many years, many of them came back, and this is a part on Haytarma is I don't want to call it celebration. It's not a celebration. It's in memory of that terrible times. So I'm from Crimea also. I'm not Crimean Tatarian, but those are people with whom I shared my land, and I miss my land just as much as I do, because yeah. So in February this year, it's a 10 years. I don't want to call it anniversary. It's a 10 years time point that. Well, you've seen news. Okay, so yeah, it's very important for me, and now I keep this jewelry box open, and I made it on purpose that I made my stitching inside, so it's only for me. It's like my treasure, and hopefully a dream that will come true. So that's all of my fully finished. I don't have any finishes, and let's go to starts, shall we? So last time I wanted to start 5 projects. Of course, with my schedule, I can't do that physically, unfortunately. So I asked you guys if you can help me to pick the one to start from the 5 I had. And thank you so much for your help. It was such a fun game. Oh my god. I should do it time to time, because it was really like emotionally beautiful. For the whole week, I gave you a week to comment, to vote for the start. And on Saturday, after this week, I made my morning coffee. I sat in front of your comments. I read them through one more time. I wrote out all the votes. And oh my god, it was so fun. Like while I was writing them out, I was like, which one gonna win? Which one will win? Oh, this one got another. So here's my notes. And the winner is, are you ready? The Fawn. This was a present from Small Exchange from across the pond stitching group, and I was so happy to start it. I love this. Like I loved all 5 of them, but I'm also very happy that this one was my start. So it's by Primitive Hare, the Fawn, and okay, I first showed her since I already showed it. And here's my start. Look at this cutie. So I am stitching it on Even Weave Vintage Country Mocha. It's a Zweigart printed fabric. I think it's 32 count, and I'm stitching 2/2. All the code for it, because my wonderful Small Exchange partner, she kitted it up for me with everything. So I like have all the code for variegated floss and DMC, like everything to stitch it. It's not the code for fabric. Code for fabric is original to Primitive Hare. I didn't have one, but I think on this one it looks very beautiful. Oh, look at him! I love it. I love it. He's so cute. Oh my god. Yeah, I like it was really fun, guys. Like I should do it, I don't know, maybe once in a season, this like pick a start game, because it was really so exciting. So the second place share Prey and Pincushion. Each of them got 4 votes. Then on the third place is My Little Kit for Séjour, and the last place is Mini Boutique series. Many of you guys said that you also have this project ready to start, and one vote for it from Sarah. Thank you. Yeah, so that was a very exciting little stitch. I spent just a few evenings on it, and but it was a lot of positive emotions. Thank you for that, guys. Next one is my Whip Go call that was a January call, and I'm behind on my Whip Go this time with got my schedule. Yes, I finished my January goals, but not February. And since we're last day in February, I don't think it's gonna happen. It's okay. I will carry it over in March. So this is a Witchmas calendar. I downloaded it by Flower and Witch Shop. I will link it down below. And I have an idea to finish all those little days into hoops. And my Whip Go call was to finish one of the days, because there were 26 days and one bonus day. And look at this little cute finish. So the pattern itself is not finished. It's only one day. I met my goal. Look at it, cutie. That's such a beautiful little stitch. It's just perfect. So on the back, it's not fully finished yet. I will do full finish probably when I will have other parts ready, because I have a set of those hoops of different sizes, and I want to do a kind of collage, like as many days can fit in one hoop, I will fit them, and I finish in this way, and I will display the collage on a wall. Love it. Just love it. Oh, very beautiful. Yeah, so I was happy to finish my goal and finish this little one. I already displayed, even though it's just part of the other patterns, even though we passed the winter, but anyway, I like it, so I displayed. Okay, and I'm stitching Call for DMC. What is my fabric? I don't remember. It's 32 count linen. I'm stitching 202. I don't remember the color. If you're interested, I can look it up. It's a Zweigert fabric, one of the green colors. Very beautiful one. I like it. Yeah, that's that. Then my another goal for February, Whip Go call, that I tried to meet, but I didn't. So this is, okay, it's in there. This is a flag of my, sorry, it's in a hoop. I don't want to take it out. I was stitching on it. It's a little pennant, a little flag of my Rotary Club that features traditional Ukrainian stitching. So just stitching it from the original pennant. There is no any pattern to it, and I'm almost finished. You see, like a little here, and I just need to have a club name here, and that's it. And hopefully by my next Flosstube, I'm gonna finish it, and I will show you in a better way, in a more beautiful. Yeah, sorry, sorry, not really prepared, because when you're out of practice, when I haven't done this for a month, and I'm like, oh, what should I do? What should I do? Okay, my notes. My focus piece. So this one is very beautiful. Oh, of course, all my stitching is beautiful. Haven't you seen not beautiful stitching? Never. So this is Ukrainian designer, xmaker. She's on Instagram, and she has a beautiful Ukrainian style patterns. I like them very much. And here is Kohannia. I don't know if I'm in frame, so out of practice. So this was my focus piece from my last Flosstube, and I've got quite a decent progress. I can, yeah. So I stitched all this part and all the beautiful, handsome, fancy men that are gonna appear on this stitching. Yeah, so I've done, I think, more than 3,000 stitches, which is a good progress for a focus piece, I think. because usually when I take my stitching, I do about 1,000 stitches and I put it away and I switch to a next one. So having 3,000 at a time, I think it's a good progress. Yeah, and it's very big design. They're gonna be two like full scale, not full scale, but quite large portions. Kohannia, by the way, means love. So it was appropriate stitching for February. Yeah, and this is Mystery Fabric that I picked up. It's overdyed, hand dyed, that I pick up on one of the retreats. So unfortunately, I don't know the name of the color or of the designer, but it's beautiful. So unfortunately, it goes away, even though I want to finish all of my stitching, even when I have too many. No, you see my sides, like I have very little margin here, so like stitched over this not too attractive cotton fabric around it. It was one of my videos where I was like for 10 minutes straight complaining how my margins are very low and how difficult to stitch around them and such and such. And then I read through my comments under the video, and one fellow stitcher, she comments, "Oh, why wouldn't you just attach an extra piece of fabric?" And I was like, "You're a genius. You're a genius." It's such an obvious decision, and like I've seen it 1,000 times, and like I'm stitching for many years already, and like I knew this trick, but like I needed somebody to write it down one more time for me so I can finally. So I touched it. It's not very attractive, but it meets the purpose. Okay, so and for my next Flosstube, so each Flosstube I announce a focus piece, and this was for the last one, and for the next one is a very beautiful design that lives in this project bag that I made myself. I think it's one, if not the very first project bag I made. Very proud of it. Not really. It's okay bag. So it's a Canada sampler. Oh, it's such a cute one. So I found it in Italy. It's an old Ginger Gorgeous Miller, a designer. What's the company? Ginger Spice? I don't know. It's an old pattern that I picked up here in Italy. Surprise, Canada in Italy, and yeah, I like it. I like it so much. Oh my god, it's yeah, like you can find every like very cliche, I would say, pictures from Canada. Beautiful one. It's the only Canada-related stitching I have. Yeah, but I think it's an appropriate one. So I will show you what point I'm at. I don't have a very tremendous progress. Yeah, in fact, my progress is quite... Yeah, I started, so it's a start. Yeah, that's another thing why I'm doing this. Why I'm doing this focus piece rotation kind of, that I want to get a good progress on some pieces that I really like, and but like in situation like that, it's not respectful to those beautiful designs. I want to put more hours in it and at least get maybe one scene. Also, I want to start doing leaves. It's a big border, and I think it's time to start leaves if I want to finish them. Yeah, in this century. Beautiful. So this is a piece of... it's a Zweigart? I thought it's a different one. Oh, it's okay. Well, I don't remember the color. It's probably some off-white color, like Acro or something. Yeah, just 32 count. Most of the times I stitch on 32 count. linen, and I stitched over 2 called for. Yay! So let's see how far I will get during this. I hope a couple of weeks, no more, before my next Flosstube. So that's the focus piece. Then I think cross stitch wise, that's it. Now let's switch to my Vyshyvanka. And I was pushing hard, guys, to finish it by this Flosstube. I wanted to dress in my Vyshyvanka for this Flosstube and show the beauty of it, but life happened, and I'm very close to finish. I finished calves, both of them. And if you follow me on Instagram, Vyshyvanka, I don't know. If you for the first time on my channel, Vyshyvanka is a embroidered shirt. It's a traditional Ukrainian stitching, when we stitch blouse by hand, everything done by hand, like stitching, putting together, and all their like traditional way of making blouses. So if you followed me on Instagram, you may see that I published that I finished the first calf. And you can see that this calf is bigger than the one I published, because I stitched this one. Then I stitched the second one, because you know, you need 2 calves. Then I stitched the second one. And I was like ready to get them washed, to get them attached. I was like, I'm going to finish it before my next Flosstube. And then I was like, let me double check the size. So I put on the Vyshyvanka, because the main body of Vyshyvanka is done. Then my calves gonna, so this is how I stitch them. Then they're gonna be folded like that. And this is gonna be a calf like this. Yeah, so, and I finished both of the calves, and I tried them, and they were too small. And I was like, fun. Stitching is not finished. So I came back, and what I did, I had my calves, I think, finished like here on the both sides. So I added these parts. And this design I created myself using traditional Ukrainian stitching that exists, traditional Ukrainian motifs. And also I used elements that already are in other parts, like on sleeves, on the front, and such. So all my Vyshyvanka is cohesive. So I had to add all like those small sides to each side of each of my calves, so four times. And it took a little bit more time again, and I was like, no, I can't unfortunately finish it by this Flosstube, but by the next one, because the only thing is left to do is to attach my calf to Vyshyvanka, and that's it, and it's done. Only to attach this, guys. Next time, I promise, you're gonna see a fully finished Vyshyvanka. Okay, okay. Spoiler alert, maybe a start of another one, because I have fabric ready and I have pattern ready for the next one. Yeah, so see you also in the next video, guys. Okay, what else? What I wanted to share with you is one of my viewers. I honestly don't remember if she allowed me to share her name, but her name, as she comments, is Fiber Jazz. And we started a stitch along of Italian, what's it called, towers. Italian, I should have shown you mine. So what we did, we started a stitch along of Ukrainian towers. It's very popular in Italy. I think it's some other European countries also, that you can buy a tower like that. This is a done tower. Like you buy it like that. Then it has this part of Aida. incorporated already in a tower, and you can stitch any design you want on this part. So she offered to do a stitch along, and we started, I think we started on January 1st together. I have very modest progress. I didn't work on it since we started. Yeah, unfortunately. But she, over emails, she shares with me her progress. And it's wonderful. It's wow. So she allowed me to insert pictures and show her progress on her tower and share it with you guys. So I probably already inserted the picture. So what she does, because it's a tower that she's stitching it for present, and because it's double-sided, of course, like somebody gonna use this tower, even though I wouldn't allow to use my tower. So she does a double-sided technique, which is wow, which is so beautiful. Like each time she sends me picture, and she specifically like shows back and front, because you cannot distinguish where is back, where is front. It's so beautiful. She uses this technique when you do the crosses on the front and crosses on the back. Wow. Wow. And I think I remember that in one of her letters, first letters, she mentions that she's a beginner stitcher. And then she sends me these wonderful pictures of very advanced technique made perfectly. Like, I don't believe she's a beginner stitcher. She's very talented. Yeah, so I wanted to show it also with you because it's a wonderful progress. And I know this technique is going slow, but the result is so beautiful, so much worth it. Thank you for sharing with me your progress, my SAL start along friend. And yeah, that's fantastic. If you guys want to join our stitch along, feel free to join and share your progress if you stitch any Italian or just towers like that. Because I find it fun. It's not something that we do in Ukraine. We do stitch tower. We have towers. We have traditional Ukrainian rushnik, but it's rushnik is tower, but it's completely different. It has a whole different aspects and culture and stitching and such. So trying the Italian one is a lot of fun, and sharing this experience with a stitcher friend, it's even better. So thank you. Thank you, Faberjars, for sharing it with me also. Okay, so this is, I think, all the stitching. I don't have any acquisitions. Oh, wait, I have a little bit of crochet. So since the classes started, some of the lectures, they're not boring, they're just very slow. So to help me concentrate, I use my crochet, because when my hands are occupied, I can free up my mind and concentrate really well on what teacher says. With cross stitch, I can't do that because I start concentrating on pattern and stuff, and it's more difficult to cross stitch while you're in class. But crocheting is fun. So this is my jacket that I'm stitching a year probably already. Yeah, maybe a little bit less than a year. So it's almost done, except for this part. So what I'm doing now, I'm doing this one, and I'm gonna make it fibers across the whole side of the jacket. So it's very basic granny squares that I did in a different colors, 2 colors on different combination. You see on the back, like I put more color on top, and it became more white on the bottom. Yeah, we almost passed the season to wear it, but maybe I will have time to finish it and maybe wear at least once before the season is over. Yeah. So that's my crochet project progress. Just need to weave all my ends. There are many when you do granny squares and you do color changes. Like all of that need to be tucked away. I need a lot of lectures to finish this this jacket. So I think that's it for this update. And thank you guys for staying with me. If you're interested, check out my kind of tutorial videos of my finishes. And I will see you in my next Flosstube with finished Vyshyvanka. Bye, happy stitching.